we're back with another video. We have a couple of names. This will be for the stocks on Wednesday and Thursday that have very big earnings that we're going to be looking out for, like Hood. Also, like McDonald's has big earnings, even like HUM. This is a good long term that I'm watching out for as well. HUM for Hum. We're also going to be going over ARM. We have Qualcomm. We have Trade Desk Open, even has earnings coming up. VST has earnings. So we're going to go over a couple of these. Look out for the bigger analyst video tomorrow, probably tomorrow night, like 6 p.m. Central Time. That'll come out because we'll have another video for like Thursday and Friday earnings, and then the big analyst video with all the levels on there. So smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's get straight into it. So let's go over Hood as the first one. Hood does have earnings. This is on Wednesday after market. So we want to update levels on Hood actually, okay, now that the market has been closed. Hope you guys had a good weekend as well. We have a new support 140.40, and then we also have a new resistance area around 151.40. So these are two critical areas watching out for Hood. But again, if Hood breaks this area before earnings comes out, I'm looking to play Hood back to all-time highs above the 155s. But if we stay in this range before earnings, then I'll probably just wait for Hood to come out with the earnings on Wednesday. Their last earnings they really did not move. The earnings before that, they don't really move on their earnings, right? So the earnings move doesn't really excite me. It's what happens after the earnings, okay? That is what's going to be the most critical. So I'll probably let earnings just come out, and then depending on how price moves after the earnings, meaning like say it gaps down, but then we have a reversal, I'll play a strong reversal. Or say it gaps down and continues selling, then I'll play the put. So that's what I'm kind of looking out for on Hood right now. Let's go to McDonald's. McDonald's has earnings, but the only thing bad about McDonald's is it's been so stalled out for so long. Even with a lot of earnings going in, there's just no movement. Okay, I think McDonald's could be a possible play, but it just really doesn't drop. So if we get some droppage, I'd say below 280 to the 260s, I think this would be a buy range on McDonald's. That's if it drops, because it doesn't really drop like that. So that is something I'm watching out for. You also have AppLovin Corporation. They have earnings coming out. I want to see how they move, because their last earnings, they didn't move that much, but they had a nice movement after, right? That nice trajectory. This earnings, they moved, but they had the nice run after. This earnings over here, they moved, but they actually dropped. So you see that fast movement that's happening after earnings. Even here, the fast movement that's happening after earnings, that is going to be the critical part of app. So I'm going to let the earnings come out. I might play it, I might not. But whether it's up, whether it's down, I want to see that fast movement happening after the earnings. That's going to be the critical part about app. So make sure you watch out for that. You also have AMC earnings coming out on Wednesday after market. So you want to be watching out for that. I'm not too excited about AMC earnings. They do move somewhat decent on the earnings. I might just pick a side, calls or puts. We'll kind of see how that moves. But yeah, I might just pick a side, 50-50 gamble on AMC. Nothing really big for AMC. And then Hum is something I'm watching out for. They have earnings. This is a long term that I want to start building on. They are down pretty much from those all-time highs. So depending on their earnings, I'm hoping they have another drop, but they are down about 51% from their all-time high. So this one's a good long term I'm looking to buy shares on this week. And depending on their earnings drop, we'll kind of know if they're going to have bigger drops after or not. So if they have a bigger drop, I think that'll be a bigger buy for me longer term on Hum. And then if we go to Qualcomm, to take all the levels off of Qualcomm, they have earnings come out on Wednesday. Pretty slow stock, so nothing too much I see on Qualcomm. I'll probably let the earnings come out, and depending on what happens after the earnings, I think there might be like a swing play on it somewhere in this range. We just have to see where we kind of end up after earnings on Qualcomm. And then if we go to ARM has the same levels: resistance 176.65 and support around 166.90. So it'll be the same levels on ARM for now. They have earnings on Wednesday after market as well. ARM will be crucial if they go up, because we want ARM to go to all-time highs, right? And above the 185s and above the 190s. So if they go up, that'll be very decent. The last earnings, they had a drop. The earnings over here, they had a little drop as well. Earnings over here, they really didn't move that much, but they do have fast movements. Look at the long trajectory move after earnings. Earnings here, long trajectory move after earnings. You had an earnings drop here, stalled, and then you had a move. So somewhere after earnings, we'll have a move on ARM. I'm hoping it is up, because we want all ARM to all-time highs. And then the one I'm really going to play is Snapchat. looking for a big movement on Snapchat. Okay, I want to see Snapchat try to gap up. It might be hard for it to gap up, but I would like for it to gap up. So I might just play straight calls on Snapchat. We'll kind of see, but that's pretty much it. I want a big gap on Snap. Probably just kind of play calls, and then also Elf has earnings. Elf did have a good run. We bought Elf in the 80s and 70s, so we made some profit on Elf. I'm gonna let Elf come out with their earnings first, and then on Wednesday, remind me to update you on the beauty side because depending on what they do for earnings, they might be a good longer term buy or not. It just kind of depends if they drop or if they go up. And then we have Trade Desk on Thursday after market. So these are all Wednesdays and Thursdays, kind of the bigger names that I'm kind of looking out for. And you have a lot of other ones, but I don't want the video too long. So, oh, that's not Trade Desk. Yeah, Trade Desk is at a very big bottom. Their last earnings, they had a huge movement. So I'm definitely going to play Trade Desk earnings on Thursday after market. That's going to be a play. The levels are pretty much the same, but I'll probably play the earnings because I'm looking for a bigger movement on the upside or on the downside. And how I'm playing it, it won't matter what side it goes. I just need a big movement to kind of win on it, right? So that's what we're going to be doing in Discord. Make sure you guys join the Discord. First in the description. Friday we had a 24% gain on Amazon. Literally took a couple minutes and the day was done. So make sure you guys build if you want to learn how to find these levels, or learn how to read stocks. Make sure you join Lifetime because that comes with personal training. That's all in the first link in the description as well. We also have DraftKings. DraftKings has earnings. I haven't watched DraftKings in a while. They have been dropping, but they're very stalled in here since about 2024. So I'll probably just wait to see what their earnings does, but I probably won't do much with it. And then you also have VST. VST will be crucial because they are close to all-time highs. So if they have a bigger pull down on VST, maybe around the 160s or so in this range, their last couple earnings, they really haven't moved that much. But I think this will be a bigger like buy of a reversal. That's what I want on VST because it reverses pretty strong. If you look at the drops here, look at the strong reversal that came after. The drop here, strong reversal. I think that's how I'm looking to make money on VST for bigger gains is the strong reversal that comes after the drop. So VST will be very crucial that I'll be looking out for. You also have Airbnb. No new levels on Airbnb. What we could do is just clear the whole chart off because Airbnb hasn't moved since August. Just very like stalled in this range. So after earnings, we'll see if there's anything like crucial on Airbnb. So any stocks I missed, let me know. Extra video, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Hope you guys enjoyed your Halloween. And always remember, not your recommendation to buy or sell anything. Just for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see or hear in the video. We'll catch you guys in the next one.